Eamonn Holmes fumes. Nobody seems to care, as Keir Starmer sparks fury with Brexit, betrayal. The Prime Minister unveiled his Brexit reset alongside EU leaders at a central London summit yesterday. GB News star Eamonn Holmes has expressed frustration about a key British industry being ignored in the wake of Keir Starmer's surrender to the EU. The Prime Minister unveiled his Brexit reset alongside EU leaders at a central London summit yesterday and has been accused of making major concessions to the bloc. His decision to allow European trawlers 12 years of access to UK waters has sparked backlash, and Eamonn said on the People's Channel the concerns of Britain's fishermen are going unheard. They will try and make out farmers are going to do very well, I don't know, but they say they will, he said. But I think, who cares about the fishermen? Nobody seems to care. They are on their own. Former Tory MP Anna Firth told GB News she is furious about the agreement that she sees as a shabby sellout of our historic fishing industry. She said, "When we came out with Brexit, one of the things fishermen weren't happy about was being kept in the orbit of Brussels for 5 years. That was due to come to an end next year, and we were going to be able to get complete control of our fishing waters. What this has done is given this away. Fishermen have had a bad time for decades. The fishing industry has halved in the last 40 years. Government sources have hailed the major deal as one that is mutually beneficial and would deliver for British working people." Last-minute stumbling blocks are said to have arisen as disagreements over fishing rights and youth mobility presented challenges. The Scottish Government has expressed concern, stating it has not been briefed on fisheries negotiations despite agriculture and fisheries being devolved to Scotland. Ex-Prime Minister Boris Johnson branded Keir Starmer the "Gimp of Brussels" in a brutal verdict while speaking to GB News about what he called a hopelessly one-sided deal with the EU. Both Conservative leader Kemi Badenoch and Reform UK leader Nigel Farage have already described the deal as a surrender, despite the details not yet being known, and indicated they would tear it up if they came to power. Liberal Democrat leader Ed Davey urged the Prime Minister to be bold and ambitious, comparing Badenoch and Farage to dinosaurs fighting old battles. He argued that a new UK-EU customs union would be the single biggest thing ministers could do to boost public finances, warning that anything less would be a choice to limit growth. Ruth Langsford makes huge change after finding exciting life after Eamonn Holmes split. It's almost a year since Ruth Langsford and Eamonn Holmes announced they were divorcing after 27 years together, and now a source claims that Ruth is embracing single life. A year ago, her life was thrown into turmoil, but Loose Women presenter Ruth Langsford has managed to transform sorrow into joy over the past 12 months. As 2024 began, Ruth's life seemed idyllic, at least from an outsider's perspective. She was a cherished daytime TV host on Loose Women, a dedicated mother, and part of one of British television's most enduring power couples. Yet, behind closed doors, her 27-year relationship with Eamonn Holmes was faltering, and on the 25th of May, they announced they were in the process of divorcing after 14 years of marriage. Now, as the anniversary of her surprising separation from Belfast broadcaster Eamonn approaches, an insider claims that Ruth, 65, has not only turned a new leaf but is content, serene, and embracing single life. The source reveals, Ruth has had a tough year, but actually, she's realized a lot of unexpected positives have come out of it. She's really coming into her own now and is putting the heartache behind her. She's learned how to let her hair down and about the power of friendship. You learn who your friends are when you have a year from hell, and she has people around her who love and support her, reports OK. It's not what she would have wanted, of course it's not. Divorce wasn't in her grand life plan. But she's realizing that there's a brilliant, exciting life after Eamonn. She's really put the work in on herself, and she is looking amazing after her glow up. It's been heartbreaking, but now she's excited about the future. Cracks reportedly started to appear in Ruth and Eamonn's marriage when Ruth was devastated upon learning of his alleged secret communications with another woman. Ruth found herself confronted with shocking messages on Eamonn's laptop, which confirmed her direst suspicions at a time when she was also his carer. He is still dealing with health complications, battling persistent back issues even after surgery. A source The Sun, Ruth was completely taken by surprise when she saw the messages, revealing her ignorance to the situation. She had no idea what had been going on between them. She was devastated. Despite the distressing revelations, Ruth maintained her composure publicly, focusing on her career and their son, Jack, aged 23. Off camera, however, the divorce was said to be a protracted affair, even sparking gossip about an acrimonious dispute over the custody of their beloved dog, Maggie. As Eamonn moved on with his life, introducing his new partner, 43-year-old relationship counselor Katie Alexander, during a Barcelona cruise in September, Ruth took a different tack. After a lengthy absence, she rejoined the Loose Women panel in July and has continued expanding her thriving QVC fashion venture, which reportedly earned her £2.5 million in just 1 year. Ruth has been turning to her close friends, including Lizzie Cundy and Rylan Clark, for support and escapism, especially amidst the challenging times that have come with her divorce. The famous group was seen having a ball out in London earlier this year, where Ruth was caught on camera dancing away the divorce woes. Nonetheless, adapting to single life presented its own struggles. Speaking openly in February, Ruth shared insights into the personal tribulations following her split, saying, "Relationship breakdowns are very difficult, but you deal with it and have to move on. You can let yourself crumble or you pick yourself up and get on with life. It's a choice." She also touched on the additional strain of undergoing a public divorce, adding, "Divorce is very painful. Most don't do it in the public eye, with everybody having an opinion. But that's the nature of my job. I'm quite fine being on my own, but not forever." With her television career thriving, her fashion line flourishing, the unwavering support from her friends, Ruth has navigated her tumultuous year with resilience, and now brighter days beckon. Eamonn Holmes takes cheeky dig at Ruth's best friend in brutal divorce turn. Eamonn Holmes and Ruth Langsford's divorce took an unexpected turn after the broadcaster issued a swipe at his ex's celebrity pal. GB News' Eamonn Holmes made a cheeky remark while presenting the breakfast program alongside Don Neeson. During the broadcast, the 65-year-old co-host opened up about attending Jeremy Vine's milestone 60th birthday party and inquired about his star-studded guests. After Don remarked, "There were lots of celebrities there as well," Eamonn probed, "Who was there, who was there?" To which she responded, "I'm really rubbish at recognizing celebrities, I knew you were going to ask me." However, Don proceeded to reveal that socialite and TV personality Lizzie Cundy was among the famous faces in attendance. Throwing a cheeky dig at her status, Eamonn echoed, "What celebrities were there?" Prompting Don to admonish him and exclaim, "Eamonn, stop being so mean." Lizzie and Ruth, 65, are known to be close pals, having previously enjoyed a wild night out alongside Rylan Clark following Ruth's split from Eamonn. Earlier this year, Ruth's saucy moves were shared on Instagram by the Eurovision host, who filmed the Loose Women star singing along to Montel Jordan's 1995 hit song, "This Is How We Do It." Lizzie was also there to enjoy the fun, posing among the duo in photos shared from their night out. After the estranged couple revealed they were headed for divorce in May 2024, the reason for the end of their 14-year marriage was unearthed. According to a source, Ruth discovered Eamonn was sharing intimate chats with another woman, before subsequently finding incriminating messages on his laptop. Eamonn thought he was in the house alone while he was chatting on the phone. But Ruth could hear him from elsewhere in the house and was totally horrified. She confronted Eamonn. It was quite a shock for both of them. Eamonn had no idea Ruth was in the house at the time. It was a huge blow to Ruth. To discover he was sharing intimate chats with another woman was a real kick in the teeth for Ruth, an insider told The Sun.